Holy crap, that's dirty. Do you want to give yourselves a shout out? What's your Instagrams?
My name's really hard to spell, so nobody probably.
Okay, we can move on past that, and they look freaking awesome. Look how high that is. What's up, guys? It's all Anthony, and today we are in the Civic because today we have some things to do. If you watched my previous video, you'll know that I picked up a new set of wheels, the Konig Dekagrams. What I need to do today is transfer the tires from my old LS wheels to those Dekagrams. But as you can see, the weather conditions aren't so ideal, but it's got to get done today because tomorrow I am lowering this car. I'm putting the wheels and tires on. I am sending it regardless of the weather. I want this to get done. So I have to knock that out today. So what's cool is that I already have a couple of people interested in buying the LS wheels here locally. So what I want to do is I want to take those down to like some coin-op spray wash or something to where I can get them sprayed off with a pressure washer and some wheel cleaner to get them cleaned up before I sell them. But in conjunction with that, probably clean up the tires, clean up that stuff. I also have some new brushes that I'm testing out for work here that I want to see how I like with some wheel cleaners and whatnot. After I do that, I will take them down to Discount Tire where I have my boy Greg and a couple other guys there that actually know who I am and watch my channel and stuff. So I'm gonna take the wheels down to there, get them to dismount them and remount the tires. And then we are gonna be one step closer to getting the Civic looking awesome and looking cleaner. So right now I'm on my way to pick up my dad's truck because I don't have a ton of room here in the Civic. Grab his truck, get back to the house, pick up the stuff, and head out. All right, so what I need to do is get these wheels out of these boxes, get them all unwrapped and things like that so they're ready to be mounted. I need to get those down from there. And then what I'm gonna do is when I take it down to the coin-op wash to spray those wheels off, I'm gonna play with a couple different things. I'm gonna see what works best because those wheels are absolutely dirty and I haven't cleaned them in a while. So I'm gonna use some Ferrex, which is an iron decontamination product. I got some Adams wheel cleaner, see how that holds up. And then I got some P&S brake buster. Just try out some different wheel cleaning stuff to see what gives me the best clean. Do some experimenting while I'm out on the field. So with that said, let's open these things up, get them prepared, and go from there. Holy crap, that's dirty. Look how bad that is. Oh God. Good old Dirty Harry's. So this is like my go-to spray and pay wash. It's a good solution until I can get my my pressure washer stuff set up at home once it gets warmer out. So I usually just come here during the winter time. If there's a large accumulation of crap on my vehicles, I'll come here and usually spray things down. So since I'm only doing the wheels, I don't really need to take up the whole bay. I'm just gonna kind of pull halfway in. All right, so what we got here, I got a couple towels here from the Rag Company, Edgeless 365s, also known as the Minor 70/30 blend. I like them for wheel cleaning because they're a dark towel, and if they get dirty, I don't really care. Now, down in here, couple new brushes I'm trying out for work here. So this would be the new tire scrubbing brush, and this would be a wheel brush. Now typically you'd use this on the car, so if I were to use this without bending down, I could clean those wheels. Since I'm not using these on the car, I'm just gonna use it how it is. But down in here, a couple different products. So we got Adams wheel cleaner. Just want to, I want to see what this is gonna give me the best clean out of the things I have here in this bucket. Now I have a ton more wheel cleaners and other cleaners and all-purpose cleaners at home, but I just wanted to grab what I had off the shelf and see what gives me the best clean. I thought it'd be interesting, kind of like an experiment. So we got Adams wheel cleaner here, we got P&S brake buster, and then we have some Ferrex, which is an iron decontamination product. So we'll see what gives us the best clean. All right, like any experiment, I kind of have a plan here. So on this wheel, we're gonna use the Adams wheel cleaner, we're gonna use the P&S brake buster, use Ferrex right here, and this is gonna be our control, right? Control is that's where, you know, we're not changing anything. So I'm just gonna spray that down with water, see what happens. Then I'm gonna clean up the rest of these, and then whatever wins, I will use on that wheel right there. So let's get some coins into this thing. do a pre-spray. You can already see it kind of working here. So brake buster here kind of creates a nice lather and it foams up extremely well from what I've used. So we'll let that sit and dwell. Adams wheel cleaner will start turning purple depending on the iron contaminants on the wheel itself, but that's kind of dwelling. And then Ferrix doesn't really have a whole lot of body. It's just kind of a, I don't know, just kind of a spray. But just like Adams wheel cleaner, you will see it turn purple because it has those iron decontamination chemicals inside them. So let those sit for a minute, see what happens. Then we'll rinse them, see just what the pressure washer does with just spraying the cleaner on there. And then we'll respray them and then agitate them and see what happens. Pretty good. Wow, that's, seriously, wow. Holy crap. That brake buster worked awesome. All right, wheel cleaner, Adams wheel cleaner. What do you guys think gave the better clean? Wheel cleaner here, brake buster. So there's actually more left over here from the Adams wheel cleaner than there is from the brake buster and these little cracks and crevices, but interesting test. All right, so the Ferrix now. Not bad. Yeah, that worked pretty well too. I don't know, so far I am leaning towards brake buster, then Adams wheel cleaner, then Ferrix here, and then we have our control. Alright, so let's go ahead and get these resprayed and then agitate them. Holy crap, it's cold. My hands are turning purple out here, but the sun is finally coming out. So where we're at now is we've agitated everything after pressure washing and all of that. What I know so far is that Ferrix seems to have done the least on this particular setup. I know Ferrix isn't a full-on wheel cleaner, but it did okay. Did pretty good. Coming over here to the Adams, there's still some stuff lodged in the corners here, and I did agitate those to the best of my ability. You can see there's still kind of a grime here. Now with the brake buster, still some, but not as bad. So I was pretty impressed to see that. Definitely not as bad as what I thought it was. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use brake buster on that last wheel there, get them cleaned up, and then put them back in the truck. All right, so there's no denying that these look a lot better. All right, so all that cleaning made me thirsty, so I'm gonna stop here at Dutch Bros, get something to drink, and then head out to Discount Tire so I can finally get these things mounted. I wanted to know why I had Honda wheels back there, and I asked them if they wanted to be in a YouTube video, so I'm just gonna give you a quick shout out here. So I'm doing this because I'm beefing up a Honda Civic for my YouTube channel, and we're gonna get a $3 tip there because you guys are in my video.
Thanks.
So, do you want to give yourselves a shout out? What's your Instagrams?
My Instagram? I actually don't have an Instagram.
Okay.
Because social
You're better off.
Yeah. My name's really hard to spell, so nobody will probably.
Okay. We can move on past that. On my way to go get these mounted and put them on a Honda Civic and go from there.
Done deal.
All right, cool. All right, so we're pulling in a Discount Tire over here. So shout out to these guys, man. Like Greg over at Discount Tire, who's the manager, is like the only person that understands my level of OCD. So when it comes to doing things to my cars, like he just knows how to really finesse things, and I just really appreciate him. I don't know if he's here today at work, but I know one of his other guys here that knows who I am and knows that I make videos. So we're gonna get these things unloaded and bring them inside. I'm not sure if I can film here, so I'll just play it safe and bring in the wheels and catch you guys here in a little bit. So Greg and Justin, if you're watching this, you guys are the MVPs. Thank you so much for getting those mounted up. I'm excited. This is gonna be awesome. All right guys, so we're back in the garage and we have the wheels here and they look freaking awesome. Like I was saying before, once you get the tires on them, that's where everything starts to come together. And what I didn't realize is once you got the tires on them, these wheels, I don't want to say they're concave, but they're definitely more sunken in than what you think. So definitely not as dished as like the Hypergrams, for example, but they definitely sink in the middle there. But dude, these things look so good. Greg, Justin, you guys killed it, man. You guys are tire mounting machines. You guys are absolutely amazing. So if anybody here in the local area in Boise is looking for a reputable place to get tires mounted or alignments done, go to Discount Tire on Eagle Road. They're seriously my favorite. So anyways, what we're gonna do, we are going to get the Civic jacked up here on the front. I'm gonna pop off this front wheel. We are just going to test mount this one, just to see how it looks, just as a teaser, before we lower everything tomorrow and basically sew everything up. So let's go ahead and see what this thing looks like. So I was just thinking, I haven't given the Evo any love lately. I mean, seriously, I've been so consumed by the Civic over here that the Evo has kind of been put on the back burner for right now. And I hope that's okay. I hope some of you guys don't mind me kind of shifting to a lot of Civic content because I still love my Evo. You guys know I do. I will have some goods coming for it here pretty soon, but it's just, yeah, I've had the Civic on the mind nonstop and I want to get this thing looking good. So with that said, let's get back into it. I have the hub-centric rings here. So these are what's going to allow this being able to rest on that little hub there. Without that, basically what you'd be doing is, oh crap, oh shit. Okay, that got stuck. A lot of people make the mistake of getting new wheels and they don't know what the bore fitment is, right? So what they'll do is they'll basically take a wheel, throw it on the studs, you know, lug it down and, you know, and kind of torque it down and then kind of pray that's okay, while pretty much most of that weight is sitting on the studs itself. Whereas if you have some rings like this, some hub-centric rings, a lot of that weight is actually sitting onto the hub itself, allowing for a much easier fitment and a lot less wear on the studs. So on the back side here, you'll see what I'm talking about. So see this ring simply just goes right inside there. Gosh, I'm so looking forward to this. I'm so excited. And holy crap, guys, again, back to the whole weight thing. Seriously, these are so much lighter than these LS wheels that I had on there. Just for reference, the LS wheels, I looked up online and it showed that those were about 15 pounds or so, a little over 15 pounds, and these are 11 pounds, so a 4-pound difference, especially when it comes to rotational mass. That's a big difference. So, let's get these on here. All right, guys, and that's it. So as usual, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, make sure you give me a big, I'm just kidding, guys. Okay, I'm gonna lower it, I'm not gonna mess with you like that. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna drop that down, lower it, and then I'll possibly roll it out just to see what it looks like outside, but I know that it's gonna be a little wonky considering that the springs haven't settled. So let's go ahead and get those tightened. So the springs or shocks haven't settled yet, so this looks like it's in monster truck mode. We'll have to roll it back a little bit because look at that. Look at that gap there, it looks horrible, but yeah, those are a bit wide. Look at that. Wow, yeah, that's definitely wider than stock, for real. So when we get the coils on there, we're probably gonna run a little bit of camber just to make that fitment look proper because right now it's looking a little bit, little ghetto. Just a little bit, but let's roll it outside and see how this thing looks. Look how high that is. I think it's messing with me because I'm seeing the snow tire setup with that, basically that wall height on those studded snow tires compared to this street setup, and it just looks super strange. It looks like there's, you know, so much more of a gap on this setup than it would over there, and yeah, it's messing with me. So I think these look awesome though. Seriously, I think these wheels fit the car. I think they're gonna look so good. As far as how much of a drop we're going for, I don't know. I mean, really, I would like to eliminate most of the gap and just kind of go for a sporty gap, but I also want to make this a drivable thing to where I'm not going to have to worry about every single speed bump or bump in the road without worrying about ripping off my front lip. So maybe dropping it, I don't know, maybe, I don't know, inch, a little over 1.5 inches, almost 2 inches. We'll have to see. We'll have to see tomorrow, but it looks good. I think that width that you're seeing, that poke, once it starts dropping, once it starts getting some camber on the inside, I think it's gonna look a lot better. But yeah, so hopefully it gives you guys a pretty good idea. I'm gonna get this thing back in and get these popped off. All right guys, so I think that's going to wrap it up as far as the wheels and tires go for this vlog. Hopefully you guys enjoy this, a little bit different than what I normally do. I don't typically just run a bunch of errands in my vlogs, but hopefully it was entertaining. I am so excited to get these Dekagrams on the Civic once it's lowered, right? We saw what it looked like and it still looked like it's in 4x4 mode, and I don't think we can really appreciate it right at this point. So anyways guys, shout out to Konig Wheels and Discount Tire for getting these bad boys on here. Super excited for what's to come with the Civic. So anyways guys, if you guys like this video, make sure you give me a big thumbs up. As always, subscribe for more, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Salty Anthony. Peace.